like an eternity. It's only been a couple of fucking weeks. The shit that fucking irks me is no more in its previous incarnation. But that doesn't stop these motherfuckers from trying to offend the fuck out of everybody and make their points. It's time for Nothing Sacred with Maxwell Silverhammer and Cruise Control. And I am fucking Maxwell fucking Silverhammer.
And I am fucking Cruise Control, bitches.
And we've got a reverse identity crisis going on. Bitches, it's time for Nothing Sacred. What's going on, motherfuckers out there?
Man, dude, it feels good to be back.
Yeah, that was a little abrupt. I didn't close that song. I didn't fade that correctly as a true professional producer.
Well, I don't think it really matters. You think we're gonna have critics out there fucking making?
I think so, man. I think so. I think after a while, hopefully we do. Hopefully we have some critics, because that would mean, guess what that would mean? That would mean people actually listen to the fucking thing.
People are listening.
Because otherwise, if we don't have a fucking critic, then they're not gonna fucking listen.
That's true.
That's true. They have to be able to listen to criticize. See, that's basic fundamental shit. So,
right.
So this is the first episode of what we hope to be more and more episodes of, as many episodes as possible of this until we're dead.
Yeah.
As you know, if you are a previous listener of Maxwell Silverhammer's previous show, that only it didn't run for that long.
Just 8 years.
Just
that's
8
all.
years. It was called The Shit That Irks Me. I'm sure if any of you who are actually listening to this probably already listened to that show. Now that show is no longer. And I want to talk about this to begin this, because we have.
Let's get into that. I was kind of hoping we could, man.
Thing out of the way, and because here's the thing, and I don't. There's no need to point fingers or anything about anything. Cause there's no need to get into specifics about why. Like, well, this is because of this, and I didn't like this. I just want to make everyone aware that there's no bullshit in terms of hard feelings or anything. Right? That's
no. We're all cool, man. As a matter of fact, Jerkman and I talk on Facebook, and we joke back and forth and shit like that. So, and that was the main reason, man. Honestly, there was just some stuff that was going on, and I thought it was more important for us to have our friendship than it was for us to have a bullshit business relationship. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's true, but I also think from the way I've felt over a couple months, and I think you kind of felt this way too, because if you're actually diehard followers of the Shit That Irks Me, I mean the
like guys like Jed, fuckers like that.
One or two people out there who actually are sick enough to have actually really enjoyed the show that much to listen all the time.
Like sit and listen to it.
Listen to it and actually respond. But thank you very much for that, by the way. Actually, I don't know, why should I thank you? It wasn't my show, but this is kind of my show too. So
yeah, this is your shit, dude.
But anyways, the whole thing is that you went from a week-long deal, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I remember I jumped back to like 3 days.
That's what I'm saying. You were week-long, and then you went to 3 days, and that kind of told the kind of a part of the story too. I think honestly, you were getting burnt out of the whole routine. And let's be honest, man. That caused some skrill, man.
It did. And that was the other thing, man. I mean, there was a point. Shit, I checked my bank last Friday, and I was just like, woo, this feels good. I have money again. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You knew that you didn't have to push that out to spend it on other things. So, and that'll allow you maybe even to do more with this. Like right now, we're running straight up ghetto straight. Dude, we're using the fuck it. I'm gonna say it. I don't give a shit. We're using the standard sound recorder on Windows to record this shit, and I'm gonna throw it into a Windows Movie Maker with an image or two, and that's gonna call it a day. Upload it on YouTube. Because it's weird, because I'm used to doing it live and not really thinking about it, but this isn't live at all. So,
hell no.
We're actually talking to people who are listening to this right now, but not right now. But it is right now to them.
Hey, you know what? Also, if anyone's interested, I am sitting here naked right now, so this is really actually kind of cool.
You probably are naked, dude, right now.
I am naked. No, for real, I am naked. I'm just sitting here.
Why did you have to say that? Why did you have to tell me that? Like that?
This wasn't just you. This is everybody, man. I'm telling everybody.
You're telling, but I'm here with you right now. But no, they're here with. Fuck the way.
Yes, exactly. You see what I'm saying?
This is really fucking strange, man.
So maybe by the time they see this or listen to it or whatever, I'll have clothes on, obviously, because it'll be another day and I'll be doing something else.
But it won't be now. Like, it won't be you sitting there now with them, because we're with them now. Yeah. That's the beauty of this amazing thing. We are with them right now.
Oh, yes, it's beautiful. We're coming into their living rooms, into their cars, into their, if they're on an airplane, maybe?
You're not butt naked, dude.
Yes, I am.
Why? Why aren't you wearing boxers, dude, at least, man? What the fuck, dude? Why are you why did I ask that question?
Why? Well, okay, here's the deal.
Why did I ask that question?
Because I showered, and this is earlier today, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going anywhere. Fuck it. I'm not putting any clothes on. You know, I'm at home.
You're just
Who gives a
balls
shit?
naked, balls just hanging there, just this like little
Oh,
sweat
dude,
droplets like forming on it like dew in the morning on an apple hanging from a tree.
actually, what reminded me, I'll be honest, you know, I was kind of reaching down to scratch my balls, and I noticed they were a little bit sweaty from sitting on this chair, you know? And I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should let everyone know that I'm naked, you know, because it just kind of shows the freedom we
Oh,
now
because you got
have.
the balls like hanging on the leather chair or the pleather, the fake leather chair
It's
thing going
no, it's
on.
not even. It's like kind of like upholstery, like an office chair. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like a pole. Yeah, like. So it's like it's not leathery, so it's not that sticky. So if you stood up, we wouldn't hear your balls like coming off the fucking chair like tape being pulled off of a fucking young child's mouth very quickly. Well, no,
No,
uh, an
it's
old
still
lady's
sharp
mouth.
and
I'm
itchy.
sorry. See, we can't talk about that, but we can talk about old ladies, right?
Oh, we
Well, maybe
can.
we can't.
Okay.
Maybe we can. Like okay. So maybe like a like a piece of duct tape being ripped off an old lady's mouth.
Okay. Okay. All right. That works.
Yeah.
Well, you know, see, that's the other thing too, and this is something that was kind of bothering me with the show. You know, and Jerkman runs a business, so he can't afford to get his YouTube account suspended and all kinds of other shit. And from what I understood, there were a few videos where I said some shit that kind of caused some issue, and like the video never went up, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that we might get that problem with YouTube. Although YouTube seems a lot more lenient. I've seen a lot of crazy shit on there.
Well, that's it. You know, so
But we're
maybe
not going to
I don't
use.
know. It's hard to say, man. Whether it was in fact a YouTube thing or it was a all talk thing or what, man. But either way, we got freedom now, man. I feel.
Yeah,
You know.
and and I think because a lot of people think there's like might be animosity, and from what I can see, Jerkman's actually still thriving. He's still going, pushing,
Yeah, which is
pushing
great.
forward.
You know.
So and it was just time. It was time, and I think the routine was getting to you, and the moving all over the place too. That the you like, because that's one of the things your foundations is that you fucking like that kind of routine and stability.
Right. Right.
And I think seeing has I think part of it also is in reality. Like I said, I love Jerkman. All talk is awesome, but in reality, it's kind of. I mean, look what we're doing right now. We're on YouTube. We're making a video.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're doing it on our own in our own time, at our own pace.
Yep. Yep.
And,
It's
and
not
we're,
as
and we're
restricted.
doing it's not as much money. There's not restricted. You don't have to go anywhere. We can do it, so it's almost like kind of redundant. It's like how it's the same thing as any kind of technology. I mean, obviously, All Talk has a little bit more sophisticated equipment. Although depending on how this sounds, we'll find out, I guess. But obviously, it does have the Ustream and the camera and stuff like that, and the studio space where it makes it seem like it's more professional. But in terms of what you were doing and wanted to do,
Right.
you
Right.
didn't need to spend that kind of money and do that, because you didn't even care about like viewership that much. Honestly.
Not really. Not really. For me, it was the archives were the important part. But the one thing that I do miss is the being able to get interviews, because I used to love to be online and try to find these people and try to network with them, and that was kind of fun, man. There were some kind of interesting things that I learned.
And of course, and that's something that you might be able to work on as well. Doing that, like you might be able to find a way to get a recording program that works with your programs, your JAWS or whatever the fuck, window eyes.
Oh, there are already. I know there's a program. Renessy uses it. It's actually called Goldwave.
Goldwave.
So,
So you can probably get that and start recording like I am. Basically, you can record, or maybe I can even show you how to use the sound recording program, because you know how to search on your Windows. We won't talk about this too much, but. So
before you can search,
so
in
we'll
the little
figure that out. But
box.
the point is that you have a lot more freedom to do it. And before you kind of, it was an obligation to, like, now. If you're not in the mood to do something one night, you're like, I just want to do it tonight. I'll just do it the other night.
And you don't feel guilty either. Like I know there were nights where like, damn, I'm not going to be doing a show. And usually it was within reason, like I had an event or something like that. But even if I didn't want to do a show, it's kind of like, but I'm paying money for this. What am I doing? I'm wasting it,
And you are going to have a lot more money to spend, and so you might be able to spend a couple bucks on this here and there if you need to.
That's what I'm saying.
I think a good quality headset's going to be something you're going to need.
No
but
doubt.
yeah, so we just want to get that out of the way. There's no bullshit, nothing like that. So yeah, so that's pretty much pretty much that. I just wanted to make sure we got that out of the way because you're just a fucking Jerkman, you goddamn cocksucker. Hopefully he's listening, man. Hopefully you are listening, Jerkman, and you fucking enjoy this. I like your fucking.
Yeah.
Do you listen to his
I love his vlogs.
His vlogs.
Yeah,
He gets all fucking crazy, man. And I love how he smokes. It's like. He's all fucking smoking, and he's all standing at his camera, just smoking away, like.
Well, then he does these faces, like when he's, like somebody doing something stupid.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, and he does some kind of. It's that kind of physical humor I can even find funny.
Yeah, because you can actually tell like he's doing that fucking stink face. Yeah. So he's doing that. He's got hopefully the radio station. I guess he's partnering with a new group.
Oh yeah.
So fuck yeah, man, go for it, man. Best of luck to you, Jerkman. You're fucking great, dude. And if you ever want to come and do a Nothing Sacred with us, jump in here on a Skype. Let us know, man.
Oh fuck yeah, that's another thing we could do.
Absolutely, we can add people. We can add a bunch of people if we want to do. So we can make this a thing. So let us know. We'll be here. We're still brothers.
That's right. Brother. We're still cool. By the way, I got my window open too. That's the other thing. So you might hear traffic and other weird noise.
It's not professional.
Oh God. Oh. But I've been kind of since not doing the show, I've been trying to like branch out and do other shit. As far as like just hanging out with people. Like I almost did this speed dating thing yesterday, dude.
Oh shit.
but
with who?
Well, I was gonna do it with Mac Metro, but he didn't want to. He was like, "Nah, I don't want to go to that." And I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "I'll take you," and I'm like, "Nah, it's cool, man. I'll do it another weekend." But I got on like Meetup.com and just I thought it would be something fun. That's all, man. I'm not like trying to find the
awesome.
one.
I use Meetup for my improv group actually. So
do you?
Oh yeah, I've got I have 395 fucking improvisers in my group now.
Damn. Man,
I spend $90 a month every 6 months for the Meetup group, and I've got 14 people came to my improv group last week. So yeah, I use Meetup all the time. So
that's cool. Well, what's the other thing that's been going on? Well, I deleted my Experience Project profile. That's actually, dude, I gotta say that's probably been the hardest thing because I'm like now going, oh man, I'm never gonna talk to her again, dude. Unless she contacts me. I left my contact info, but
that's where it comes from. It's not the Experience Project. You don't give a shit about anything else on that thing. That was all about.
No, hell no. It's just it's the being able to talk to her, and I'm like, oh man, what if we never talk again, dude? Yeah. And so I just kind of have to work around that a little bit. But other than that, hey, man, shit's cool. You know what I mean? Cool. Hung out with a friend of mine. That was kind of funny, dude.
Yeah, that was the whole stoplight story where he ran you into a stop sign.
Oh yeah, dude. We're okay. Well, here's the thing. First of all, he gets down here and he sends me a message like the day before he's gonna be here, and he's like, typical fucking Vegas tourist thing to do. And he sends me a message and he's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna be in Vegas tomorrow." And I'm like, "Dude, I wish you would have told me earlier. A little notice would have been nice." And he's like, "Well, I told you back in June." So then I go look at my old messages from June, and he did, but it was very vague. He was just like, "Hey, man, I'm going to be in Vegas in November. I'm turning 40, and I expect you to be there." So it's like, well, when in November, fucker?
You know what's funny about that is that it's like you didn't have anything else to do, so you're like, fuck it, I'll go. Because if you had your show, you'd probably be like, well, I've got my show, and I can't go.
Oh, right.
Go
yeah,
in there
exactly.
and talk about my life for 2 hours.
Well, that's the other thing. It frees up a lot of my nights. I can do some social shit.
Yeah, like run into stop signs by fucking
run into stop sign. Yeah. So, dude, he came down. This is kind of interesting. He's married now and has a kid, but I guess he came down without the wife and kid and with 4 other buddies, and they rented a house. And I was like, I went to go meet him. Turns out, dude, none of them. They didn't rent a car when they got down here. They were walking everywhere. And I'm like, dude, this isn't really a walking town, man. You can't really do shit like that. And he's like, yeah, I know, man. But, we get around okay. They rented this house, dude. It was over on like Siri. Oh, as you can hear now, hear fucking little abortionoids outside the fucking window.
Yeah, dude. The little abortionoids, dude.
Little fucking.
That's great, man. The one night that you're fucking recording some shit, you got little fucking Mongol.
I got little coonlets outside, man. Little nigglets.
Ah.
But anyway, god damn, screaming little fuckers. Anyway, so yeah, dude, I go to the house and like I said, none of them are driving. I think they all have alcohol problems though, dude. They all seem to really be into their, because they're like, yeah, we're getting kind of low on the alcohol. So let's see. They
Wait a
gave
sec.
me a
Wait.
beer when I first got there
Okay, so wait a second. So they came to Vegas for how many days?
for 5 days. Well, let's see. They got here, yeah, Monday, and I think they left Friday morning.
Okay, and his birthday was Thursday, right?
Actually, his birthday was Tuesday. I couldn't make his birthday because I'm like, dude, I need more time to set rides up, man. And plus, I was, what else was I doing? Oh, I was already had planned to have dinner with my dad that night, dude.
So
So,
why would they rent a house in Vegas? Like, why why the
I don't
fuck
know.
would you do that? Why you rent a house and you don't have a car? I mean, if you had a car, I could say, all right, we're gonna go on the strip and rent a house. And why would you just
Right.
not? How much was the house per night? Do you even know?
I don't, dude, it was a big fucking house. It had like 5 bedrooms. They had a hot tub and a jacuzzi
How
outside.
many people were in there? Were there?
No, it was actually just him and his 4 buddies were in. It was some guy was renting it or something. I don't know what the hell.
Okay,
What?
so it was okay. So some guy lived here and was renting it.
Yeah, the guy owned the house at one point, I
Oh,
guess, and he
but
rents
okay,
it.
but so in other words, it wasn't like they rented a house specifically to. I was like, what? They rented a house specifically to come to Vegas and rented a fucking house. Why didn't you just get a room, you dumbasses?
Well, that's it. Why not just go to a hotel and
Because it
I
was
mean,
cheap,
even if
man.
it's
Because he's an alcoholic, broke motherfucker, probably, dude. What does he do for a living?
actually, I think he works at a grocery store or
Yeah,
something.
see, alcoholic, broke motherfucker for a living, and that's why he probably because like, oh, I'll just come to my friends and stay there. They got tequila and shot.
Well, that wasn't. See, his friends, they weren't from here either. They were either from. One guy was from Minnesota, and he was actually catching a plane that night that I was hanging out with them. So he had to be to the airport. Matter of fact, we went to the. We walked to the Hofbrau house, which, by the way, dude, fuck that place is a rip, dude. Fuck that place. That's a tourist ass rip, dude.
Oh,
And
I bet, dude. Probably like
because
$12 burgers or shit, like $7, $8 beers, dude.
dude, I got yeah, exactly. Well, I got this sausage platter. It was like supposed to be sausages and pretzel. You get like one of those hot pretzels and shit. And I'm like, okay, it was like $14. This motherfucker comes, dude. It's a hot pretzel or half a hot pretzel, and then 2 sausages, and that's it.
14
And
bucks,
this was $14. Yeah.
dude. Man, you could have gotten more sausage for less money on the fucking corner of Fremont and fucking,
Actually, well, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
let me say what?
No, I'm not gonna dig it. I was gonna make a dig. I was gonna
Okay.
say, well, fuck it. It's at Jerkman. I get more sausage at All Talk Radio.
Well, no, well, actually, not anymore because they're not even near the 7-Eleven, so you wouldn't get that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, but I used to get those Big Father time dogs, man. Loaded up.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But
You did that, but they wouldn't get to that anyway.
no, so we go to the Hoff, and that was funny too because he was gonna split this platter with his buddy that looked really big on the menu, and they get this thing, dude, and they're both kind of going, "Oh shit! Well, what part do you want to eat?" They didn't want to like, like, "Oh, I'm gonna eat all this shit, and you're not gonna get anything." You know what I mean?
Wow, is that so? They probably spent like more than you did, probably like 20.
Dude,
Or
they spent
something.
like $20. He got this thing; it was $20, and it was a total ram. He was like, "Damn, this thing's kind of small. I didn't even have to
It's
split
Vegas,
this."
man. Fucking, and it's got to
So
it's worse and worse now because fucking the Hofra house. Was that on the
oh,
strip? Right.
it's on I think Paradise and Flamingo or some shit.
What the
And
fuck?
yeah, dude, it's totally. But it was like these guys were like, I felt like I was hanging out with college kids again. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, these guys are organized and they're walking everywhere. But yeah, at one point he walked me into a stop sign. That was kind of funny. We're walking.
So yeah. So did you get a mark? Was it like a?
Yeah, I got a little something, not too bad on the right hand side of my forehead, but it's not horrible, But I felt it.
Well, if you had hair, you would be able to hide it, but you don't. So that's your fault.
No.
That's your fucking prerogative not to have hair.
Hey,
Hold on,
I don't want hair is a pain in the fucking
just a
ass.
second. One other benefit of being at home is that I can do this here,
Oh.
and I can
Taking
go.
a
Give
sip?
me just a moment here.
Oh, fit. I know what he's about to do. He's about to take it to the tons, man. Take a schwanz to the tons. So, take a rip. That's what he's going to do.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm fucking. Do you think I'm that stupid? No.
I wasn't sure what you were going to do,
No, I
man.
just grabbed a beer. I'm just saying I had to open the beer, so I had a beer in here. Open beer.
Ah, okay.
So
So
yeah,
yeah,
we're
that was an
back.
interesting. I mean, it was fun to get out, man. It was fun to do something different. But I was like, damn, these motherfuckers disorganized. You kind of had to sort of rein them in a little
It's
bit.
just
Be like,
kind of
okay,
scary though, because you think this is that probably it gives credence to the philosophy, at least my philosophy of levels of maturity. Like okay, when like it's almost like when you're a kid, right? Here's my I'm just making this theory up as I go. Actually, I'm making this shit up right now. So fuck it. It's not the theory I have. I'm just fucking making it up, but I actually agree with it. As I'm saying it, I'm thinking, yeah, this is right. Um, yeah, there you go.
yeah, that's part of it too. Right on.
That's my part. That's the first part. That's like that's the start. That's the
Okay.
intro for this theory. Okay, when you're a kid, you grow up until you're about 16, 17 years old. That's where you're like at your level of like a basic young adult maturity, right? When you go to college. So you
Right.
guys knew these guys when they were in college.
Well, I knew him,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
So
but I didn't know his other buddies.
So
I don't
he
know
was
who the fuck they.
probably kind of the same when he was in college, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so then there's that level of people, and after that level is when real maturity starts. That's when you see who actually learns from life and learns
Right.
from stuff. Because at that point, you know, a lot of kids are, and there's some kids who are more mature than that. Of course, like when you get to that level, there's some kids who are like older. Let's take the Kraken for it. For
I
instance.
was just gonna say that the Kraken, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, he's a little bit more mature for his age. So, and you know that he's going to actually, and even us. I mean, I was, you know, I've had my moments, but I wasn't a fucking like. You know, I in some ways I was pretty mature. All right.
Well, yeah, you weren't one of these pain in the ass,
No.
dumb fucking
But
20.
even so, there's people at that age who are mature, and then you see them when they're 40 and they're more mature. They've grown. And then there's motherfuckers who are just slow as fuck and just don't do it. So you see these guys at 40, you're like, well, their level of mature. They might be a little bit more mature than they were at 20, but compared to like me and you,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah. Well, that was my post, man. I don't know if you saw my post on Facebook about would you rather be young and enlightened or old and ignorant or something like that.
yeah. So you felt they were old. So obviously you didn't get a good impression of from.
Well, I mean, like I said, it was cool to get out and to see them and whatever. But oh, dude, I couldn't hang with the guy on a daily basis, dude. I'd fucking kill him.
Yeah,
you know.
it'd be like,
And like I said, he's a good guy, man. Nice guy, means well. But oh my god, dude, just the fact that because even when I was trying to plan out the shit, and I'm like, okay, dude, what's your address? You know, what's the address of this place where you're staying? And he didn't even know the address. He's like, oh, hold on, man. I think it's like it's on. You know, and he gave the name of the street. And I'm like, okay, dude, what's the address? I need the address.
Just ask somebody or go out, take your fucking phone, go out the front door, and look at the goddamn address on the street.
Yeah, exactly. And then, or then he was like, oh, dude, I'd like to hang out with you as much as possible. What about tomorrow night? That's where we're going to have my birthday party. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be able to make that, man. I'm going to be having dinner with my dad, and it's too short a notice, and it's just not. And he's like, oh, man, well, I'd really like you to be there. Maybe we could hang out Wednesday or something. And I'm like, you know, and actually, dude, they were kind of staying, where the fuck were they? They were like at Harmon and Swenson or some shit, dude. Somewhere around that area.
Lovely area of town.
But but think, dude, he was gonna walk down and see me. He was like, "Yeah, dude, we're not far from where you live." Because I told him, you know, what my cross streets were, and he's like, "Oh, we're not far from where you live, man. We could come hang out with you on Wednesday night." And I'm thinking, yeah, dude, you're gonna be trekking it for like an hour.
It's not that far actually. But still, 40-year-olds just trekking walk. Fucking Jesus God, dude. It does sound like college kids. Like, oh, we'll just walk, kid. Fucking walk from like Harmon and fucking Swanson, Dad.
Well,
and
that's what they did in college, you know.
How about you get $2 and you take a fucking bus if you're that far away, you dumbasses. If you're gonna do that.
Well, they did take a few buses. I know that. He said while they were here, but then they were taking a lot of cabs. I know he was saying, and you know, and his one buddy, dude, went down to the strip. I guess went to some fucking strip club or something. And then the dude like was gonna walk home, and he's like, I guess he took like 2 hours to get home or some crazy shit.
So
dude.
So what the fuck did you end up doing that night? You went to the fucking Hofra,
I went to their house and hung out and drank a little bit there. Which, by the way, dude, like I said, they gave me a beer at first, and they said they were getting kind of low on the beer, but they said they had plenty of vodka. So, dude, I had like 2 vodkas and Mountain Dew. They mixed that for me.
God. That sounds terrible, dude.
And then after that, I was like, well, hey guys, you think we should get, because what the original plan was, we were supposed to go to this place called the Double Down, I think it was called.
Double Down, I think I've heard of it. Double Down Saloon or some shit like that.
Yeah, Double Down Saloon. Yep, exactly. And it's actually over by the Hofbrauhaus. And so I was like, because he wanted to go see a band there, and he was like, dude, I think you'll like this band, man. They're really good, and they incorporate a lot of hip hop into their music. And I'm like,
Of course, that means you're gonna like it, dude.
yeah, oh, dude, you hip hop, really? Oh shit, I better, So I'm like, okay, I'm always down to go check out a band, see what the hell they sound like. So we get down there to the Double Down. He goes in, and then he walks out and he goes, shit, man, the band just canceled. And I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, they just canceled, man. They were going to play tonight and they had car trouble or something, so they can't make it. And I'm like, okay. So he's like, let's go have some German food, man. Let's go to the Hofbrauhaus. So that's where we went to the Hofbrauhaus and ate there. Then we walked back because, dude, I had paratransit set up to pick me up at the Double Down, like that night, So that's what happened. They came and picked me up from the Double Down.
That sounds like a fucking fantastic. See, I thought you were out on the strip, or doing something interesting touristy.
No, not really.
You went to the Hofbrauhaus and the Double Down Saloon. Vegas finest.
I don't really like the strip, so I don't really care.
I know. I'm just saying. I just think it's funny that these guys they came out for 5 days and
it kind of did dumb shit. It's like
5 dudes just hanging out. Like, yeah, dude, that sounds like something I would probably do.
Well, I think you'd probably do it a little smarter.
Oh, well,
yeah. They didn't, like I said, nobody rented a car. It's like, well, dude, you can't get around Vegas without a car, man. It's a driving town.
Yeah.
Just what it is. You can't come here. I guess, dude, from, because shit, it was 1997 when he was here in college, so, and then of course he went back to his little shithole town in South Dakota, and that's where he's been. Well, actually, no, he was out here in 2006. That's right. Because I remember, dude, when I was dating Shell, we actually went and picked him up. He was drunk when we picked him up. He brought some CDs with him, dude. He had like a wallet full of CDs, and he like kept handing Shell the CD. He'd be like, hey, play this CD, play track 3. So then she'd put it in, play it for a few minutes, and he'd be like, okay, pop it out.
Oh, wait. Let me get this. Is he one of those motherfuckers, I can't stand this, motherfuckers who play a song for like half the fucking song?
Yepper.
And then want to change the fucking song. I'm like, no, that's not how you listen to music, you cockface.
Yepper doodle. That's what.
Do that
and then he was showing me some other.
Play the goddamn song.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was funny because he was trying to show me a bunch of stuff, a bunch of groups he liked when I was over at his house, and they were okay, but it wasn't anything. I was like, okay, yeah, all right, this is all right. I mean. It was that like more experimental hip hop type shit, a bunch of white kids.
It's funny though, because this is the kind of shit that makes me. Remember we were talking a couple weeks ago about like maturity and how our generation and other generations. Could you ever imagine your parents at 40 hanging out in the house showing each other music?
Like my dad going, "Hey, dude, listen to this."
Yeah, dude. I mean, I can understand like if you're hanging out and this is a great song, but it like just.
Coming over to listen to music, right?
Because the thing is, and I'm not saying anything bad about him personally, because we do that, dude.
Well, exactly.
Like, yeah, dude, fucking play some fucking music, dude. Hey, look at this, dude. God,
Yeah, no, but you're right though, dude. I never, even if my parents hung out at the house and had friends over, that wasn't like
always, hey, dude, in a way, it's almost like a bounce though, because with them it's almost like they put on a facade, like, oh, I'm having friends over, we're going to eat dinner and maybe play a game of Flubadoob, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like they're putting on airs, and if in reality what they probably want to do is get drunk and, hey dude, listen to this song, dude, I'm riding with an asshole from El Paso, whatever.
Well, wait, well, I know, fuck, some of the parties at your mom's were kind of that way, dude, in a way, right?
Where we're like just chilling out, going, hey, listen to music and stuff, or doing Flubadoob. Yeah.
Well, because we're all hanging around, getting drunk and being stupid.
Yeah, well,
and
there was no Flubadoob, though. There's no like, oh, we're going to go and just chat after dinner with some fucking wine.
Let's have some wine and cheese. And, yeah. No, I see what you're saying though, man. It was still even a little more sophisticated than, hey, dude, come over, dude. I got some shit. I want to check this out, dude. This is a new band, dude. The hell?
Yeah.
Hey.
You heard this song? I'm just.
Oh, this is asshole from El Paso,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm riding from Nashville from El Paso. I just wanted to play it for a second just to see. What
Just to bring it in. I feel you.
Why not?
Yeah, I just heard this music. I went, what the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, that's the thing I can do now.
Yeah,
like if you
start
have
springing
maestro
shit.
and annoy the fuck out of you because you're gonna be like, no, we were talking. No.
Hey man, whatever now.
But
And
yeah,
it's like I said, it's all fun.
this is my show too now. See, this is not just your show. It's mine too. Mine too. I have creative license to put shit on here, and you can't get pissed off because holy shit, this could be really, really good. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I could oh yeah, the power.
Oh yeah, you're starting to get the shell thing going on there, huh?
Start playing this. That's exactly what I was thinking. When she used to play that shit, you'd be like, "What the fuck you doing, man? Stop playing that shit."
Like pop.
No, I'm not gonna do that all the time. I just figured that I just had an idea that because that's what I'm talking about. They're like, "Oh man, let's play that fuckers. This song is so funny." But your parents don't do that. Like in my part, maybe it's the way you're. It's not the way you were raised though, because you do the same thing that he does. Like, you wouldn't mind hanging out listening to music. Like, you're probably like, oh, this is fine. Like, that's normal.
Yeah, it didn't bother me at all. I wasn't like, ooh, this is boring, dude. I mean, the music wasn't the great. It probably wasn't stuff I'd download when I got home, but it was kind of cool to listen to.
Yeah, it just makes me it really makes you think about how people have changed, though. I mean, because that just didn't happen before. Like now I'd love doing that with people. Oh, let's just go listen to music. Like I'm sure that my brother, we all do that. Oh, hey, listen to this song, man. Oh, this is cool. Okay, I could do that for a couple hours. It's probably some of the things we're going to be doing when you come and kick it out here in Oregon.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
But that's not the way it was done. There was always so much more formal, or parents there was more of a, not a facade, because it's not a facade. It was just a different. Almost like they take life more seriously or something. I don't know what it is, but you know what I'm talking about, like that.
Oh well, I mean, shit, dude. Back then, with our parents, remember, it was always act your age. Act your age. Like they really push that, man. Like, you're an adult now. Where now it's like people are like, fuck it, man. I mean, it's kind of good, but it's kind of bad too. It's kind of
bad too. It's like, it's good in that people are more real in a way, but it's bad because people aren't developing that barrier, that shield, because there really needs to be that sometimes, man. That's why you got fucking like 35-year-olds like scaring their fucking kids. Like, there's a skit. Have you seen the Halloween skit? The Jimmy Kimmel Halloween shit.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. Where they scare the fuck out of the kids and.
Well, no, let me show you actually. Why not? Let's do this.
Because I heard somebody talking about it. Jimmy Kimmel scares kids.
I want you to see this is the new one, 2015. Let's just listen to this, and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Right now, it's time for one of our most beloved, probably our most anticipated tradition on the show, my annual Halloween Candy YouTube challenge. For each of the past 4 years, I've asked parents to pretend they ate all their kids' Halloween candy and then post video of the reaction to YouTube. We never seem to run out of participants for this. Every year, I think kids are going to know.
Now think about this for a second.
Videos, or maybe they'll be too old to fall for it. Every year, there's a whole new crowd. I will be able to do this for as long as people continue to have sex. So
I think I saw the old one on this.
We got a record number of videos this year.
Yeah, and we'll play like one or two, and I'll stop. I just want to give you the idea of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I remember last time thinking it was kind of asshole-ish, actually.
That's what I'm talking about.
Holiday treat is, hey, Jimmy Kimmel, I told my kids I ate all their Halloween candy.
Last night, after you guys went to bed, me and Dad ate all your candy.
Really? Our candy? Me, Mommy, Daddy, I hate everybody here, Daddy. Are you kidding me?
No, I mean...
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
See, I don't find this funny at all, dude.
No, I think it's
it's cruel.
spirited. I think
it's cruel. Like it's like the Vines where they show kids getting scared by their parents.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I understand. Back in the day, sometimes your parents will fuck with you. When you're like you got friends spending the night or something. They'll kind of mess with you a little bit. But yeah, dude, this is like mind fuckery.
Yeah,
dude.
it's like it's childish.
Yeah.
But people love it, and these parents are doing it like, because they can get on TV.
Yeah, well, and John calls it the Bart Simpson syndrome. Where kind of Bart Simpson never grew up. So everybody kind of has that mindset of, I don't have to grow up now. I can just be immature and fucking, because yeah, dude, a lot of times it's almost like you got kids raising kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, look, I'm gonna fuck with my kid. You're fucking with your kid. Is it your kid is gonna is your? That's an example you're setting for your child. And I know I'm getting all conservative and serious, but kids are fucking serious business, man. And I think that's a problem. Is that it used to be maybe that is part of the reason is that kids used to be. It used to be a serious thing to raise your kids. Like you don't fuck with your kids' minds because they're fucking kids and their minds are molding. They're growing.
Or if you went and did something, even everybody took it seriously. It wasn't, like you had to, okay, everybody stay here and don't go anywhere until we say so, and there were rules and regulations.
Yeah,
but now it's just like kids just run fucking wild.
And so you got these kids who are doing, or another thing about these, these kids who are who talk sass to their parents, and their parents think it's cute, so they put it onto fucking YouTube.
Oh yeah,
So it encourages that behavior. I think that's part of it. Is that like the parent? There's no example. Like even now with us. Like even now, I know that I play a lot of video games.
Yeah,
40-year-old dude. I play a lot of video games. You do. We do. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's a pastime. Like I think there's no difference in terms of golf.
But here's the thing, man. We don't have kids. There's the key right there. We can be immature, and we understand we want to be immature because we don't have kids. We don't have to be.
I don't think it's immature. I think it's the pastime. But I guess my point is that that's immature. Doing stuff like that to your kids. But I see it all the time, and so the kids are learning from that. Like I think I think our parents, at least our generation, maybe had that barrier there. I think Kraken got it too because I think they. I'm sorry, man. I think my brother and Blake did a fantastic fucking job raising that kid.
Oh, absolutely.
And even fucking Jake too. Jake as well. Jake's just as courteous in terms of having boundaries and understanding what it means to be an adult. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means. Understanding what it means to be an adult in certain ways. Like I would never fuck with a kid like that. I would never deliberately scare a kid. Because they're children and I'm an adult, and there's a barrier between that, and I think that's right. It's like the whole thing we talk about kids being friends with their parents.
Well, that's it. Friend. Now it's like your buddy being a bully to you because he wants to be a fucker.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, being a buddy, being a bully, and so now you don't respect your parents because there's no boundaries there. Because there's no trust. I mean, those kids. Regardless, those kids are going to see, first of all, they're going to be on TV forever. So 5 years from now, they're going to be seeing them on TV going, oh, I'm crying. Like, my mom got me at that point. No, I'd be like, what the? It's not, there's no barrier now. So now it's going to be scary to see. It's actually we're already seeing it. This is why we have safe places and kids like who when somebody controversial comes to a, you've heard about the safe spaces. I told you about that before, right?
I think so. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You mean like a safe zone, or what did you call it?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's utilize our fucking skills here. Hold on a second.
All right, since we can.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, no, it's crazy, man. With the kids doing, or the parents, messing with the kid. I mean, my dad. There was one time we were over at this construction site. It was late at night, and my dad went and put a towel over his head and kind of snuck in, and we hear this woo, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And it did scare the fuck out of me. And eventually it was, we walked toward it, and my dad jumped out with the towel on his head and tried to grab us. But that's all in fun. That's like, oh yeah, my dad's funny.
Like this is actually used to get like, hey, I'm on TV, and it's first of all, it's showing your kids being embarrassed and humiliated on TV.
Yeah, well, that's it too. I mean, this isn't like, oh, I fucked with you, ha ha ha. Okay, that's it.
All on TV, so it's going to be there for life. It's going to be on YouTube for life now because that's how it is. Everything's
right. And they got kids at school going, I saw your mom fucking with you about the candy, or whatever.
Exactly.
So they're going to hear it at school too.
Yeah. So it just doesn't. There's like no one thinks about these kind of implications on their children, and there's no boundaries because it's like popularity with other adults and with children. So your kids are almost like a thing to you, like a means to an end. Like, oh, my kid, I can do this for my kid. I can get on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, right.
But
so I'm gonna humiliate my kid for the sake of being on TV.
Stuff. These all that fucking childish where there's teddy bears, and whenever a controversial person comes to a university now, a lot of them are having these rooms where people can go in if they're upset by what's being said. They can go in and they can watch movies. They can watch. There's a TV with playing puppies, shows puppies playing, and there's stuffed animals and candy and soft music playing. And
Well, see, now adults are being treated like
that's
children.
what I'm saying. These are for college-age children. Or adults, not adults. I'm not children. Won't you? College-age adults,
Well,
like 20 to 20
they're
years
being
old.
treated like children, though.
Yeah.
Oh, if you're offended, we got a little room with puppies playing on TV and little soft music and cute little carpets, and it's like, dude, come on, man, suck it the fuck up. I remember we used to have this crazy, they called him Brother Bob, and he used to stand out in the amphitheater at UNLV. And he was a kind of a wacko religious dude that would talk about, how, sex was wrong unless you were married, and would, kids would just love to go argue with this fucking guy, and it was all fun. But I'm sure now if he were to come, there'd be a little safe room in case people got offendified by what he said.
Yeah, it's really troubling, actually. So that video kind of troubled me, and that's why I've had this theory that I've been thinking about, and it kind of leads into this, is that the more first world we are, like the more like pampered and stuff we are, the less obviously tolerant we get of shit. So that's why we have these safe spaces now, is that and that's why we have these fucking parents that are doing this. Because if you're in a country where if you don't work, you literally will starve. Like, because that's not gonna happen here. No one's
God, no.
I don't
Fuck
think
no.
there's that many people say, "Oh, there's children starving here in America." I'm like, where?
Well, if they have crackhead parents,
Yeah, that's called bad parenting. That's not because.
Oh, because of the system.
Yeah, but
no,
I'm not talking about like if you don't have a job in a lot of countries, you literally won't eat because you can't get food because you have to go to the fucking market to buy the fucking food. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're so fucking pampered that, and so now we've got these little things. That's why microaggressions and being offended it hurts my soul, not just my, it's like violence against me. It's like this, our tolerance level for anything uncomfortable now is so fucking low.
Well, that's it. No, there's no discomfort at all. God forbid you're uncomfortable.
God forbid. That's why we've got all, if you feel uncomfortable, then take this medication or do this thing. So our threshold for pain and uncomfortable and just tolerating like uncomfortable stuff is so low now that everything makes us offended. That's why you've got people that are like, oh, you said he and I'm a she. And I've got post-traumatic stress disorder because my boyfriend yelled at me. No. Or Caitlyn Jenner is such a fucking brave person. No, bravery is what my stepdad did by going into a fucking tunnel and with snakes hanging from it to fucking defuse a fucking mine, right?
Right.
That is fucking bravery. That's when you're shit your pants fear. Bravery is not being supported by everybody saying you're such a great person for becoming a woman and so brave. That's not bravery. But we think it's bravery because we don't have any fucking comparison to it. We think everything is fucking bravery. Or everything is, oh my God, you walked outside with a red hat on and it's not Red Hat Day. You are brave,
Well, shit, dude, how often do I get the, you're so brave? The fact that you get, I told you when I was at the live concert that time and that dude wanted to shake my hand. And I was like, for what? And he was like, man, you're so brave, man. Just the fact, you're blind and you're getting out. Doing, and I'm just like,
well, at least that's a concept of like being brave because he doesn't understand anything any better. But being brave because you declare yourself a woman and some guy on a magazine. Because here's the thing about, I'm going to rant about the Caitlyn Jenner, Kris Jenner thing, whatever the fuck his name is, her name.
Oh,
is.
Bruce Jenner.
I don't fucking know, whatever his name, her is it. Name.
It's a guy, fucking.
Yeah, well, they ever said how brave it was for coming. I'm like, but who really disagreed with? Who really fucking fought back against that? Who really said? And even if they did, what'd they do? Nothing. They just said they called them a fucking faggot, whatever. So what? Yeah, right.
Right. Yeah. Well,
that's
it's the same thing as fuck. RuPaul's been doing that shit for years.
That's what I'm saying. It's not bravery. There's no bravery involved in that. Bravery is real shit, and we haven't experienced that. None of us have. None of us here have. Bravery is like trying to fucking live without electricity. And that's not even bravery. That's just like living your life. Bravery is like being shot at, and that's why people that are comparing Caitlyn Jenner to fucking soldiers. Oh my God! Oh my! No, there's no compare. There's no. There's no standard anymore. There's no like standard. We don't have standards anymore because we don't need anything. We're so fucking pampered and opulent here. we're like Rome, of course, in its final days, but now with more technology and more evolved, the technological base, basically.
Right. But the problem is we're turning into fucking little weaklings, which is true. I mean, god damn, dude, like you were just saying earlier, it's like any kind of pain or discomfort or being inconvenienced in any way, it's just like we got a bunch of little children that throw a fucking tantrum.
And it's not like it's something like it's something that we are not a part of, because me and you are just as much of a part of it as anybody else. I'm not saying, well, I don't feel that way. I know pain and I know stuff. We are just as fucking bitch ass, pussy ass, lame ass as anybody else. Pretty much.
Dude, our internet goes out and we're a little homo.
Seriously, we're like, oh my god, my fucking phone doesn't work. Oh my god,
And you're so angry and it fucks up the rest of your day and. You're just like, whoa, wait a minute. Why is this?
Yeah, when other people are fucking happy to fucking eat their own poop or whatever, like they're fucking, oh my god,
they had a turd for lunch.
I shit today. I can feed my children. Yay,
I shit.
That's the line of the night. I shit today so I can feed my children. Yeah.
Come here, kids. Gonna have a bite of what I had earlier.
Praise Allah. I shit today. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make a Muslim. I should have used a Muslim. I'm sorry. Praise Jesus, because that's implying that third world countries would be Muslim. I'm sorry. I shit today and I'm an atheist. Thank God I could shit so I could feed my. Thank God for biological digestive tract. I'm an atheist so I can feed my.
Wait. That's not thank God. No. If you're an atheist, you can't.
You're right. I'm sorry.
God.
Well, that's true. Thank my digestive tract for allowing me to digest this big log here that I can cut up into thirds and feed my 3 starving children. I'm trying to be like, we're gonna be multicultural here. Make sure you know that there are starving atheist children out there in the world, probably, that need your help.
Yes, there are. So you know what? You should send. Oh, that was the other thing, dude. Last night I was seeing all these ads on TV. Somewhere there are animals that are starving, that are hurting and being abused.
Was it to the arms of
actually, no, it was no Sarah McLachlan, but it was some piano music that was playing. And the announcer sounds all serious.
They used to show like little puppies being, with their puppy eyes. It's like, oh my God, there's animals being abused when in some places there are fucking children being skull fucked in front of their parents because they didn't pay the fucking taxes.
Why didn't that be a commercial? Somewhere in a foreign country, there is a 2-year-old being sodomized by
so why don't you pay for them to be saved? Because
he's been a little sweatshop slave bitch boy, and at night he has to go slang his ass.
Well, they do have that. They have the white guy who goes into the foreign country and like stands next to the poor person for an hour and then goes and drives in a private jet back home. You know what I'm talking about? like, well, please save the children. But
oh yeah, there's always that one motherfucker. But I'm just saying, like, that would never be. They're not talking about little Bangladesh fucking children that are getting, get sodomized and fucking made into sex slaves and shit.
32 cents a day will prevent little Billy here from being skull fucked after his head is decapitated from his body.
and as he begins to have loose stool due to his anus constantly being probed by foreign objects
and foreign dissidents
and foreign dignitaries. Hey, hi, I'm Barack Obama. I like to fuck little kids.
I'm Barack Obama. Today, I had a dream that I went down to this little boy's house down on the corner of 13th and Quackaball in the city of Durgadur. Now, normally I wouldn't go down there to that corner, but today I decided to go down to that corner. And as Obama, your president, I skull fucked a young child. And yeah, see, this is the kind of stuff that might actually get us fucking banned. Like language, like inappropriate language.
I don't know though, dude. That kind of stuff. That's actually. I mean, we've said some shit. Well, that's why I wonder too if some of that was sort of all talk driven too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe, but I'm actually it's not because people if like the word nigger, we might be able to say it.
Oh, I've said it a bunch of times on my show, man.
Yeah, and it's all been on YouTube, right? See, because that's that's my philosophy is that it's a word, and I'm not going to give it power because it's a fucking word.
Right. It's only a word.
So,
you know?
and I'm not going to be ashamed of saying it because if other people can say it because of my race, because I'm not going to be ashamed to say it because I'm white. I'm going to say any word I want.
You know, after hearing that, man, I'm going to need a safety room, man.
A safety room. Safety room.
Or what's it? What do they call them, dude?
Safe
They're called
spaces.
I need a safe space, man. I need to watch some little Ella Rooster Mooses molesting frogs on TV.
Exactly.
You know, that way.
But but the thing is, people will say, well, they said that word, you know.
Yeah, but fuck them.
I know. I'm just saying that just be prepared that we might get this shit cut off.
Yeah,
Cut
maybe.
off like a penis in a third world country on a Ubangi fucking campsite. You know, some fucking moron, fucking some primitive site. Seriously.
Yeah,
But that's the price we're gonna pay because we're gonna be as real as possible. And and people will call me a racist for saying a word. See, so for saying the word nigger, I'm a racist, right?
Yeah. Never mind the context of it.
Never mind the context. Never mind the fact that I judge people based upon who they are, individuals, because that's the thing. And the only reason I'm going to be judged upon it is because I'm white. Because if I was anybody else saying it, it wouldn't matter. Or if I was black saying it, no. If I was black saying it, it wouldn't matter. But if I was, even if I was, a fucking Mexican or a Oriental. Oh no, I used the word Oriental too. Oh god, they're not.
Oh, you got to say Asian, man.
Asian. Oh fuck.
Or you could just say buckethead or slope, but that'd be okay, I guess, too,
see,
right?
Exactly. See, because they're words. See, we don't mean it about individuals.
No, that's the thing. You're being racist if you're talking about an individual. Well, fuck, we drive this point home all the time.
Of course, but we need to drive it home again because this is the new. Remember, we're on a new frontier here. We're like,
I know,
like
I know.
Spock
So.
in here and shit. So
Yeah, no, there's no such. Somebody did ask me that one time though. If somebody were to say the N word on your show, what would you do? And I'm like, well, I'd let them say it. And they're like, you would? And I'm like, well, of course. I was like, it's free speech. Why would I stop somebody from, you could say every word but nigger. If you say nigger, oh my God, you're done. You're out of here. Kicking your ass off the air.
Well, it depends on who you are, though. Because if you're a black dude, then you'll be fine saying nigger. But if you're a white guy, you ain't going to say nigger on my show. Nope.
No, pal.
The racism inherent in that attitude is astonishing. But no one sees it that way. See, I see it as complete racism. Because we've said this, we talked about this before, like I said, but if you're going to get mad at one person for saying a word simply because they're a certain race, then that's exactly what you're fighting against, isn't it?
Well, that's it. That's like getting mad at a black man for going into a white establishment.
Exactly. Well, because
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Blaming a black man for going into a white establishment is the same thing as getting upset as a white man for using a quote unquote black word. Same fucking thing. It's a black word. Well, it's our word. Well, then, but it's an insult. So yeah, but we can say it because we're black.
So does that mean retards can say retard and it would be okay?
Yes, it would.
Oh, fucking retard!
Actually, I have another thing I was thinking about is about those people who say, "Oh, don't say retard." I'm like, why? Who are you thinking about when I say that? Well, nobody. But my cousin is mentally challenged. So when I say the word retard, you think your cousin is a retard. So you think your cousin is a retard? Well, no. Well, yeah, you do. See, so when I say the word retard, I'm thinking of a general. It means stupid to me. It doesn't mean Billy. It doesn't mean Johnny. Right. Like when I say the word nigger, it means a fucking. You know what it does? Here. Let's be honest here. It does actually mean a someone of a specific skin color, right?
Right.
But it doesn't mean any specific person of a skin color. So it means it's just like some random fucking thing. It's not fucking real.
Well, it's like the word niggardly, which isn't even spelled the same. It's like Niggardly.
Holy
and it means
shit, you
like
spelled the word right. Let's fucking start.
What happened?
You spelled the word right. Good job, man.
Yeah, you like that, huh?
I'm a sip of beer for that for you.
Better point that out, man. And I finally did spell some shit right. But, well, you know me, dude, I don't fucking care. If it's Facebook or something or some online social media bullshit, I'm not going to write something in a Microsoft Word document and post it. It doesn't mean that much to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, but the word niggardly, you can't even use that word, which doesn't even mean nigger. It means, cheap.
Yeah.
So, but if I were to say, well, they're kind of niggardly as a company, oh, dude, you know how many fucking looks I'd get or people that want to kick my ass or something?
Of course.
So, like we could use the word honky tonk. Shit. There's probably even bars
Yeah,
called honky tonk.
yeah, because of course, because it's actually we're actually racist in this country in some ways that have nothing to do with black people. Has to do with white people. Because I don't know what happened though. Because you would expect after Martin Luther King and all that stuff. What happened is that people focused more on it. It almost seems like, especially after Obama. It's race relations are worse now.
Oh yeah, since Obama.
Because it's all about race now, man. It's like fucking. Like,
yeah, well,
you don't understand.
It's like
white privilege. I have white privilege, and it's scary, man.
Well, nobody cared about the shit prior to. It's almost like until somebody points it out, and then all of a sudden you go, "Oh fuck." Wow, yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, goddamn, and everybody wigs out. When really, prior to that, there was no real race issue,
Yep. And
so
now we're all more divided because we're all thinking about our individual pieces of the pie. But yeah, I think it's the same thing as that the whole concept about like who's really if you associate a word with an individual person, then that's not my problem. It's your problem with what you associate words with. I should be able to say any word, anytime, and depending on the context. Now, if I am trying to offend somebody and you don't like it, then And I'm not saying that like, okay, if you're at a company and you're chilling at your desk, and you're like chilling with Bob and Mike, and there's whoever's, and you're like, oh, those fucking niggers.
Well, yeah.
Then you should be. Then that's like, all right. There's a context for it. But if I'm on my show right here. And I'm talking about, because I'll never be like, Barack Obama, that dumb nigger. Goddamn dumb nigger, Barack Obama. No, because I don't like Barack Obama at all. I think he's a shuckster.
Right.
I think
it has nothing to do with his ethnicity.
No, I think it has to do with his fucking just lying politician mentality. I don't like him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna label him as that because it's petty, it's stupid. But
it has nothing to do with his ethnicity. It's all about he's just another politician scumbag.
Yes, but even if I did, I should still have that right. I should still have that right to say anything about it. And if you don't like it, don't get me banned. Let me stay on. Let me do what I. Because guess what that does? When you censor people for saying things, you actually make them go underground and hide their true feelings. So therefore they're lying through their teeth about what they're doing. If you allow people to be who they are and express themselves, they're not going to feel the need to have to be sneaky about it. So you'll know exactly where they fucking stand on issues.
I think it was even, was it Farrakhan? One of those guys said something about, I got more respect for somebody who's just an outward racist than somebody who hides it, who lies.
Exactly.
Let
them be racist. And then, like, let people, like, say no. I mean, I'm not saying you could, by law, you shouldn't be able to if you're a public place, you shouldn't be able to deny people, entrance because of anything like that. No. But let people say what they want and express, like, let Chick-fil-A express their fact that they're being against gay marriage and being against gay marriage, basically. Let Chick-fil-A express that. They know how they feel. So if you don't want to support a business that does that, you know how they feel.
Right.
And so you don't support them. But you don't go, oh, well, you need to shut down. No, you just don't go there. It's like the same thing with
I personally would go there or
like
something.
I'm completely against forcing businesses to have ramps and to have things. You don't force businesses. If a business does not want to make a ramp for wheelchair people in wheelchairs, if they don't have the ramp so that people in wheelchairs can get into the establishment, then they're going to lose that segment of the population's business.
Well, it's like websites for me that aren't very Jaws friendly. Yeah. That where you can purchase shit.
You're not going to go to the fucking company and like protest and tell them that they need to shut down the goddamn website until they make it blind friendly.
No, hell no. I did tell one guy though, because he's like, "Oh yeah, our site isn't very screen reader friendly, but you can call us at this number." And I just wrote the guy back. I said, "You know what? You just lost business." But that's it. That's all I'm going to do.
That's exactly what you do. And if they lose enough business, guess what they're going to do?
Change that shit up.
Exactly. But you don't go, well, you need to change it or you can't have your business.
No, fuck all that.
That's the key. That's the key to me.
Business that way? That's your business.
As a visually impaired person, if I wanted a large print menu and they didn't have it, and it made me that upset, then I wouldn't go there anymore. Now, I might make a suggestion and say, hey, you guys might want to make a large print menu to have,
Actually, I kind of find it a little bit offensive when I go to a place and they go, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have a Braille menu." Like, well, so what? I like, don't single me out. I don't like being singled out.
But you're not, and you might not like that. But you're not going to make it an issue and have them boycott it and shut them down. But that's the thing. So some people get that. Oh, you know what happened the other day? I went to this restaurant over there, and they asked me before I even asked. They said, we don't have Braille menus, and I wasn't going to ask for one. So I want that place shut down.
Yeah,
I want it shut down. They don't have Braille menus, or they don't have Braille menus, but they told me they didn't have them. I don't care about Braille menus, but if for them telling me that they didn't have it assaulted my sense of being as a human. I didn't want to be singled out. So you need to shut them down. No, let them stay open, and then it's word of mouth.
It's just kind of, to me, just a little bit of an that's about it.
Yeah, of course. But my point is, and the reason I'm saying that is that you're not going to make that an issue of like, well, I'm going to tell everyone. I mean, you could tell everyone not to go there, but you're not going to go, well, I'm going to go to Chamber of Commerce, and I'm going to get them shut down. They shouldn't be able to say that. My point is, don't, like people now, it's like the whole Donald Trump thing, where he went on Saturday Night Live, and they Mexican-Americans, or Mexicans, whatever the fuck, whoever, the Latinos,
Pickaboos-cadoos,
what the fuck to call them. That's another thing. We get all worried about what we call people, and so we kind of stay away from thinking about certain things. That's a whole different story. But my point is, he went on Saturday Night Live, and they were protesting him, and they said, NBC, you shouldn't have him on the show. He's an asshole because he said some things that we don't like. Well, don't watch the show. Don't watch the show. Don't support the show. And they wouldn't have him on. But of course, the show got massive ratings because Donald Trump is,
He was. Did they finally let him on? They let him on, right?
Oh yeah, of course he was on. But they protested outside, saying that the NBC shouldn't have had him on because he said certain things that certain groups didn't agree with. So they shouldn't have had him on.
That's some bullshit.
And now,
man.
if there was enough of an outcry to not have him on, then no, don't have him on but there obviously wasn't because some people don't believe. What he said was too offensive. Because what he said something about like letting rapists come over the border and some shit like that.
I mean, kind of what's happening.
Yeah, that's the way you feel, and that's the way a lot of people feel, and it has nothing to do. See, this is what bugs me the fucking most about that kind of shit. It has nothing to do with the fucking race of those people.
No, no, it actually doesn't.
If we were in Canada. And Canadians were like, fuck, man, that American came over and killed 3 people. And if he had been documented, they wouldn't be dead. Get that motherfucking American. It wouldn't be about race. It's about them fucking being undocumented, coming over and not being documented and being tracked.
Well, that's it.
It's not about the fucking race. It's about the border issues. It's not about because they're Mexicans.
If we have trouble with like French people coming over here,
yes.
French were sneaking over. It doesn't make us racist because we don't want illegals taking advantage of shit that we fight for.
Exactly, or pay taxes
people fight for.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, man, it's pretty bullshitty. But a lot of people the race, they cry race, everything's prejudice and racial and all kinds of other dumb shit.
Yep. And it's unfortunate, man.
It is.
But yeah.
I was just looking at the time. That's all.
It's about that time, isn't it?
Is it? Well, you want to keep rolling, or are you pretty?
It's up to you.
You know what, dude? I'm pretty good. I think we did a nice little segment tonight.
It'll be a good test to see if how much and it's not like it's like anything like, oh, we said anything we'll work this out. So we'll see how this works. We'll get this posted as soon as possible. I keep forgetting we're on. It's almost like we're talking about
Well, you're at home and you're relaxed. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, we'll get this up. We'll see what happens. I wonder if people will trip out about some of the shit we say.
Oh, I hope they do.
I know you do, man.
Let's piss them off. I like getting people pissed off. I got to tell you though, man, in the 8 years I did the show, I never really got any like hate mail or anything, dude. Nobody ever was, angry. The only thing kind of remotely close to that was one time I had a guy who was a transsexual write me about something we said about transsexuals. And that was because we had this dude Ranting Griffin on who happens to be gay. Mm-hmm. So, but this person kind of wrote and said, oh, just to correct you, it's this or something. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm not very familiar with the whole transsexual thing. So, you know, and they weren't really nasty about it. But yeah, dude, and all the fucked up shit we said in all those 8 years, because we did say some pretty fucked up shit, you know, I never got any real hate mail, dude.
Yeah, man. No hate mail, man. But so, hey, maybe we'll get some now, but you never know. Anyway,
Yeah, bitches.
I'm Cruise Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And this has been Nothing Sacred, bitches. And that is the story there.
Bitches.
Fuck you guys. See you later. Have a good night. Cruise Control.
Yeah.
Maxwell. Nothing Sacred. We'll see how this works. Later.